taking map number 1, somewhat surprisingly, acing that second half. We went back and checked there versus ANBU. That's going to be a 1-game lead. Heading into map 2, it will be bind. On attack is going to be ANBU here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And I mean, looking back at some of the plays that have been made, I mean, MiTH Attitude also started off the day going into the ascent, and then eventually, Split has just been a very polarizing map for a lot of these teams. It's either a big hit or a big miss.
I think it's a lot of mechanical skill, it's a lot of map knowledge, it's a lot of patience, and having. What's the word? Having the patience and like the team play to follow your IGL's lead, because he's always got an idea, and if you think you can be a little greedy, maybe peek mid, look for a peek, that can really throw a wrench into the work. So that discipline, that team discipline, which is hard to do in an FPS game when 1 kill can mean so much.
Yeah, but this is a tactical shooter, so there's more emphasis on that discipline itself. Even the smallest of mistakes of overextending a little too far, like we saw the Phoenix earlier getting caught in that crossfire MiTH Attitude, that does not fly. Like any one of those mistakes, especially if the players were all, tip-top shape, simple mistakes like that, you're gonna get punished, and that just means that you might be the weak link of your team, and that's not where you want to put yourself in.
No, never. And of course, not calling out any specific players here, but just generally speaking, you never want to really be the one putting your team in. Oh, he died here, and that opens up a lot, right?
Yeah.
As we'll see how we can get going here on bind. Another somewhat attacker favorite map, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually quite defensive favorite.
Quite defensive favorite. But the only good thing about the map is the fact that even if you are on defender side, if you take that spawn route, it takes a lot longer in comparison to using the teleporters for the attackers. So that mid side, especially towards A and that teleporter, is going to be a very key point in the map.
Indeed. Teleporters, and kind of a bit of a meta fortune around the teleporters, which is if you need to save, you hide in a teleporter, which I kind of like. You can throw utility into the porters.
Yes.
That's important to note.
It's really fun to see people mess with the teleporters these days.
It is. Yeah. It really is. I mean, the game's been out for a while, It's like, where am I? Where was I? I mean, the first time I was like, what is this noise? Because they're very loud. But it appears here we're going to be stacking up for some sort of big contest towards B. Of course, having those people ready to push B short into hookah as well as window. Maybe I'll push towards A long and, make that B long, hoping to pick up an ulti orb early on.
Yeah, we're going to be pushing through hookah here, looking to get some information.
ANBU is mostly B though, you only actually have 1 back.
I mean, they really have a lot of faith in this Cypher to kind of hold down the fort, but yeah, the information has been gathered here, and they already see that owl drone, so they got to be really careful coming out of that spawn.
Yep, there we go. They're ready to peek him. Elbow smokes will drop. That should have the team now cross. Cyber Cage as well to make sure no one's running on through. Spike now going down. Will he commit more? It's actually the Cyber. Wow! Kaja is able to stay alive. Tracking dart. Will he go down? So much tracking, so many pings, but so far no one has actually died quite yet. Eugen first to now try and go through the smoke as Kaja back on board with it. He's going to head right into the enemy team, but it's going to be the rest of it picking up 2 kills, make it 3 now before Shido is able to strike back onto the Love family. 4v2 here in the site. The Shorty not able to pick up anything here, as now it's going to be a 4v1. The Brimstone, what can he get done? He's going to be forced out from sight. They're chasing him down. Ooh. This is a deathmatch, Gideon. This is not a team play here, and they will be able to chase him down, running him, chasing after him with the Shorty to pick up the kill. Umberapa, rather.
Oh man, I can't put myself in those shoes. I would be absolutely terrified seeing that man run through the teleporter with a Shorty of all things.
Seriously, on the first round, and look at that Poo WhatsApp. He's buying this Bucky. He's ready to go, as I believe that's a boost, isn't it? To get a teammate up there. Yeah, but yeah, that's some great stuff. Just chasing him down so aggressive, and the aggression's going to continue here from MiTH. They're feeling themselves here. Look at this posture, and in the second round from Poo One Tap, absolutely no support from his team. Really is available at such an aggressive position there. But again, ANBU, they might play right into this, as we're on board with Shy Dope trying to peek through B long. Poo One Tap holding this window and hookah angle.
I mean, there is a possibility that both Brim and Jet are going to reveal themselves very quickly on, just to kind of allow, in hopes that somebody from ANBU's side, from MiTH's side, might actually walk through the teleporter, and they could get a free pick off there, while the rest are either looking to go through spawn or maybe through a short.
We'll see what they can get here. Poo One Tap. He's going to now drop on back, as we do have a Cypher believe rotating around through over towards a short. He's now approaching U-Haul and truck, so he might be picked off here. We'll see if that forces rotation out from MiTH. He's not been scouted yet, though. And Jet in a very awkward position here with that shorty. See what they can get done, but so far no one making the move here from ANBU, nor MiTH.
I think the camera is just above Jet right now. Like, is it just above Jet? I can't really see the icon
30
because
seconds
they're
left.
perfectly on top of each other at this point in time, but it seems like they have some kind of information.
Whoa.
Oh, it's a big boy.
Nugent, he is going to find 2 here with the ghost, and he's going to find a 3rd. Hello, 3 dinks. Now maybe they're going to give him 4. That's making the peak. Will be the brimstone. Don't need to die, but now a 4K for
10
Nugent.
seconds left.
He's going to be looking for this 5th kill for sure, just with that ghost. He's not afraid to give that one up. Holding a tight angle here. Will be the Jet, only to 1 standing as Pooh 1-tap, ready to do exactly that with the Bucky. Doesn't get it. What? All those pellets flying directly around. They drew a Jet-shaped portrait around her, but eventually the second shot will connect.
At least that was enough chip damage so that the second follow-up shot after she dashed out of the way was able to connect and just kill her right off the bat here. So, I don't know. Seems pretty good, but I can't wait to see it because, again, I don't know if they're going to bother keeping the Ares here, but let's just see. I mean, it's a pretty decent gun so far.
It's not bad early, especially when your enemies are low armor, but finally 3rd round here, ANBU losing both as is customary. So you're now going to have you're up against a full buy essentially here.
But they were using some great the great use of an LMG is its high penetration, allowing you to shoot through walls.
Wow,
continue
one
up
tap.
that.
Sorry to interrupt. Already getting the opening kill onto Raze, just waiting in window this time. That will pay off. 6 will now strike here for ANBU with that Vandal, as they will be able to force back the Cypher. Looks like he was lurking through A, perhaps maybe even in showers and baths, as they're going to be throwing plenty of utility. Nice shot there with the location reveal to Molly. Still holding his angle. Who wants that? He's going to get 1. The Jet moves over and away. Jet shoddy meta. He's bringing it back, but a beautiful shot there out with the Phantom. Will at least be able to knock out that pesky Jet.
Yeah, this is going to bring Shide up to a 17 HP. My goodness, I was honestly expecting him to die off of that second shot, but at least, you know, a couple of the pellets didn't exactly connect. He still managed to get on through, and it looks like the entirety of ANBU is going to be looking to push towards A-side Raze in that corridor. Not exactly the best place to be right now. Look behind you, girl.
We'll see if they even scout her. Actually, I think they're just going to completely ignore the angle. They're not looking to try and push showers, and now he's going to end up actually taking a few steps, so that should alert them here at this point. He sees 1 on top of the box. See you later, son. It's the easiest guardian shot in that's like that nade could find some additional kills. They need a scramble. It will find 1. Down goes the brimstone.
Oh, I mean, Shide Up was way too low there. 17 HP was not going to cut it, but now it's a 1v2 situation with Cypher looking to try and make it out of there with 20% of his HP. He's going to be walking into his buddy, brother, Cypher.
That's going to be a pretty kill.
He waited patient. He could have waited a little bit longer, but he immediately understood that they're going to look to plant the spike as soon as possible, so Jet's position isn't going to be held, and she will eventually turn around. She could have waited a couple more seconds so that Sova would come through heaven, but at that point it'd be too late.
Yep. Bit of a tough time there as the opening fight in window really going the way here of MiTH. And we have finally sold off their SMG, so MiTH onto, they've upgraded their weaponry. They see no reason not to, as ANBU, I think, are going to be going for another eco round.
Oh, another eco round. That's going to be rough. That's going to be so rough.
I think they want to go full rifles and operators here on the side of ANBU, and they need a bit more, as we have taken a timeout here, just to perhaps maybe a team timeout to discuss and go over, but everyone waiting patiently, doing a bit of B-hopping and around. Let's talk a little bit here about Cypher on attack, because right now, really, do you like what ANBU is doing with the Cypher on attack? They're sending him to do a lot of the lurking, trying to just get some vision and scouting in the A site through showers, sometimes through A short. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think they're using him pretty correctly when it comes to the for the tripwires, especially. They're making sure that they are locking off areas of the map. I think his utilization of the camera is going to be very important because he uses it very aggressively. Uses it aggressively to kind of check corners, and then afterwards he will take it back, pull it towards somewhere near towards an area where he would expect a lurker to come from, and kind of play off of that information. Because I feel like, especially for ANBU's side, the way that they're utilizing their Cypher is mainly to actually look for counter lurk. To play the counter lurk.
Yep. So I think we should be getting good to go. I remember someone needing to step away for a moment here. Just gonna pause for now. But yeah, I agree with you. Unfortunately, the lurks have not been going his way because he's frequently been going up against another Cypher.
Yeah, and that's the general problem here because the other Cypher is just hunkering down. He doesn't really want to move, while the rest of the team either just kind of leaves him be and one person to kind of sit with him.
Who wants that?
Here.
He's ready.
Oh, he does it.
He's ready. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think he gets one?
I think he'll get one.
Oh, plenty of utility used. He was looking for it. He nearly actually gets murdered immediately. He's going to be forced back 60 HP, no armor, and immediately a Cyber Cage to follow suit. But they did at least get the Boombot out.
A really good call coming in from ANBU. They were expecting somebody to start peeking out from hookah almost immediately. Kaja is going to go all the way around and loop there just to kind of keep a watch over showers and walk through cave.
Using the port as well, maybe to try and draw more people over. But again, it looks like MiTH, they're very content for this 3A, 2B setup. It's a great one. I mean, elbow is so hard to contest. You have, of course, the operator holding down the window. No one really going to be wanting to peek that operator Jets. It's not really been working out so well for anyone that's tried thus far today.
Yep. Working out. Oh, Umbarapa finally makes his shots connect onto 6. It really is 6 a day right now. The rest of the team is going to be looking to push through a main.
Kaja is going to take a death. Yeah. So that's Kaja going down into the smoke. Oh, he gets 2 headshots through the spray. He's looking for the third one now, right into the head of Raze. As now, once again, MiTH, they are looking unstoppable 4 straight rounds. Again, we're going to have another full buyout from ANBU this time. But Gideon, this is not looking so good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty rough. But here we go, at least a full buy. The operator will come out for Kaja. Vandals around the horn to boot.
Looks like they are going to continue to try and switch it up. I mean, I don't think MiTH is ever going to switch up their lineup.
That's what you need to start off the round, though. Rafi, nice job. Kaja as well, getting the wallbang onto the Nugan. That's going to definitely open up and force some rotations out as getting a bit aggressive. They're actually catching the Opera there. Now Hunter's Fury out from MiTH just to do some additional scouting. He's going to find one, and just one actually, but now the Jet down to half HP. At least will help him a little bit, but Sage ultimately used there, lurking on use the Cypher. He will pick one off. Now it's a 4v2 in favor of ANBU. Could this be the first round as they rotate through U-Haul?
Yeah, they're making sure that they're going through hookah and kind of just double checking the area with the owl drone here. They're gonna smoke off both CT and as well as elbow as they go jump on down and set up this bomb plant. They've got the numbers and they've got a Cypher walking through spawn side.
Rotating around through elbow. The smoke about to dissipate as the spike will go down. Shaido's gonna run right on through it. I think. Oh, the Sage has been scouted. However, I think shot a little bit too early, anticipating him to keep running on through that smoke. And that's gonna be now the first round for ANBU. They do very well there, only losing 1, so their economy is still in good shape.
Yeah, I mean that was a good round coming in from ANBU. They finally learned, hey, I'm sick of these patterns that MiTH is trying to pull out here. Every single time you would expect, you know, Jet to kind of peek out really quick from hookah in hopes to get a pick off, and they just were done with it.
Yep. I like the, of course, the early pick is absolutely crucial there, right? It's not really a mid lane here on this map. It's on Bind. It's more really about the short is going to be as close as you can get, as the teleporters instead play a pivotal role in terms of movement and getting around. It's like, I don't know, it's real interesting. There used to be a mid lane, and then they just decided to make it teleporters instead, which adds a good aspect, I'm not gonna lie.
Personally, I do like the extra complexity here, but look at the setup coming in from the attackers on this side. The tripwires have moved not from showers and baths, but over towards cave side, and making sure that they're locking off, because nobody is ever going to be walking through spawn. It takes way too long if you are a lurker, so my guess, they're going for a full-on engagement in towards B side. They get the first pick, Hutap gets 6.
Gonna now actually pull the knives out here. Maybe look to continue rotate on through, but MiTH already 1 man up. We got 3 ultis ready to go. Showstopper.
Hellfire!
Well, it's a bit more. Knives all around. Hellfire now being dropped. They've got intel. That's the kill on Takashi through the smoke. Knives, I believe, were actually used there, unfortunately. Boom, Barappa trying to close it on through, swinging on over, but he will get one tap by Tony Banks.
They have the drummy on the molly down on the elbow side. They know that he's there. Cypher gets taken down. And
30
now
seconds
it's a
left.
3v1. Brimstone has to make the best decision. Oh no! Oh my goodness, that is a terrifying silhouette. I mean, they can't see it, but we can when a Sova is walking around a corner with that big bad boy.
Oh no, don't turn the corner, don't turn the corner. He turned the corner, Gideon. But it's a man to do. You even saw they considered picking up that third operator and went, nah, you know what, I want the Odin.
Odins are fun. Odins are always fun. And they're extremely terrifying to hear, especially if you're on the other end of that barrel.
You know what I always say when I hear an Odin? Oh damn.
Stay safe.
God damn it. God damn it, I should have seen that one coming. I should have seen it coming, but I didn't.
Well,
but let's get back into this. Is once again, ANBU looking to get that second, to get another round off of MiTH so far. Mushroom, he's going to be making sure that he is putting a lot of pressure with this Odin.
Yeah, just baiting out with their ultimate orb, looking to try and get a nice angle off. And the ally there with the Vandal as much to ruin. He's going to get the headshot. He's nearly going to find a second one. But instead, the Ghost, as it's an eco round again out from ANBU, will be able to pick him off.
Wait, how much damage did Tony Banks take there? Is he at like 1 HP?
No, he's good to go.
No, he's good to
now
go.
on a Tony Banks. Not going to matter too much. It's cool one tap, finishing off Kaja. just walking the gun on back. Doing a bit of juggling as he wants to make sure that... I mean, it's tactical. It's tactical, right? Because he wants to make sure that if anyone lurks through showers, that's not an angle he particularly wants to hold. He's vulnerable through a short, so he can get peeked there. So he needs to drop back, move those guns, make sure that because this is an eco round, he gives himself the best chance of a double peek with the one shot. The spray control not there, unfortunately, and the sheriff in town here for Raffle through the showers. He's gonna pick up now the weapon. Eugene as well gonna miss the operator shot, making this one a 1v2.
30 seconds
we do
left.
already have the spike in sight. A great nade there, might buy him enough time to plant, but instead he's gonna be expecting them from heaven. The operator shot though will betray their position. It's gonna be through a connector from CT.
With no more utility, there's nothing much they can do. She has to start planting the bomb, and Jet doesn't really want to walk out here.
Dangerous cross, but she's going to be able to get it just in time now from showers. One will be approaching Cypher. It's going to be a very dangerous proposition here, but it's not going to matter. Poo one tap is able to land his shot, and that'll be the round for MiTH.
Yep, they're gonna be making sure they get their big ticket weapons here as they finally defuse the bomb, winning the 7th round in this game. Oh, so far it's been really tough for ANBU overall. Can they actually pull this through? I mean, like, I'm thinking from the perspective of ANBU here. You're looking to actually go for these engages, but right now you're getting absolutely outgunned by Poo one tap, especially since he's changed his pattern from going from mid hookah, now looking to switch to another position. And some of these players are just not capable or ready to actually deal with how fast he's able to flick.
It's the unpredictability here, and this time he's going to be heading right back over to B short to try and maybe find another early pickoff. We'll see how ANBU decide to stack up and where they end up trying to go on through, because it's not been working. This is the only round they won, was the round where they started off with a kill onto Poo one tap. This time they're going to scare him off with some warning shots early on. That'll stop him from actually going out for an aggressive peek. Tony Banks now sending in the Owl Drone rather. They actually miss, and they force back Poo one tap, so now the tracking dart in tow, he will now retreat into back of sight.
Yeah.
Still holding down that angle. He's looking for the kill. Tracking dart will be destroyed immediately. But nice job here, getting him with a little bit of the left-right, taking him for a bit of the spin now with the Hunter's Fury. Still unable to find it, but they know how important getting this operator out of the hands of Poo one tap is. Barely finding a pick through the smoke there. Through a window, as there he goes, rotating back. Where are you going? Trying through elbow? I don't think so. Kaja, where are you going? You're next, son. Boom Barappa as well. He's gonna pick up 6. Rafi at least finding 1 now on the mushroom as Poo one tap. Excuse me, the headshot there. And Hookah trying to run from the madness that is Poo one tap. It's Tony Banks. He's able to secure himself a second kill though, and a 1v2. He knows someone's rotating from behind. Boom Barappa though with the stim. Just to be a bit careful here. And Tony Banks, there we go, is able to outpeak him. A 1v1.
30 seconds
That was
left.
such a good position. Cypher should immediately start to look to actually push up a little bit faster here, because now he's not going to be making. He's not going to be able to make A in time. But he's going to throw the recon. He's going to throw the recon dart over.
Maybe trying to fake on over the Love family though. He's not buying it. He doesn't want any of that. He knows something is coming his way here. 10 seconds left. All he needs to do is kind of just wait here, wait for the plant to start, and just knife him.
No, go for the knife. Oh,
no, he's gonna hit him with the guaranteed kill, picking up the operator on the way out, and the 7th round now for MiTH.
Man, that had to be one of the closest rounds that ANBU got to actually winning once again. I mean, Brimstone got a really good flank, down by Hookah just now, as he picked up Sova, the spike carrier at the time, forcing the team to actually from Hookah come out back in to grab the spike. And if they don't get rid of that Brimstone, that would have been game over. Cypher was just a little slow to actually catch up there because he didn't really want to contest.
Yep, most definitely here. I want again. Poo one shot. He's yearning. He's itching for a kill here. Wow. A lot of utility jump there. Immediately with plenty of gunshots. They will peek just after the off shot rings through. Owl Drone will be nuked down now. Smoke to cover his retreat as Poo one tap now backing off safely into back site.
Both of their members here will be able to hold down with no problems whatsoever. Hunter's Fury has been popped, but
that's by MiTH.
Doesn't seem like it wants to be going anywhere.
Oh, they lit 2 up. Looks like they maybe found the jet, maybe hit the raise once.
Yeah. All right. Still looking pretty good here, but they got to make sure that they watch for Gardens. They can't let them walk in.
Nope. Yes, they will smoke off at least Garden. Let's see what they can do here. 6. Oh, wow. He swings just before as he will now show. Looking for one tap now using the ultimate. Taking a lot of damage here. The knife, though, the jump shot will find the raise. Will be nuked down, however, by Tony Banks in return. And look at this. It's MiTH now. Still coming out on top. 2 agents left with low HP as the off shot will finish off the 3rd standing for ANBU. And still plenty of agents ready and healthy to defend the site.
Yeah, MiTH is
30
overall
seconds left.
really good here, and maybe Mushroom, he still has access to his Odin, and so far it's really pushing ANBU back every single time he starts blowing away. They just have to peel back. Nobody's really going to contest that angle.
No, we're looking for a full save here. Everyone's too low on HP. They'll head right on back to spawn and just make sure that there's no exit frags.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, last 10 seconds here. This is all about that money. Plus, they still have an opportunity to come back into this game. It's not going to be that close just yet. We still have to play on the defender side for ANBU, and maybe their defense is just way better than their offense here on Bind.
Yeah, it definitely could be the case, and it's going to have to be some pretty darn good defense as we are now approaching our 10th round with 8 rounds in favor of MiTH. Again, the Cypher, just the one-man, and maybe sometimes even the one-man show, as we've seen multiple times, teams willing to commit 2 rotations over from that A site, just keeping the Cypher home, safe and home, you know, make sure you water the plants and take out the dogs before you, while we're out, and then they come back to support him if necessary. It's been a really quite something nice to see.
Yeah.
A lot of trust in that Cypher.
It really is. It really is. And it looks like, you know, Jet's going to be looking down A main here with no problems. Oh, actually, no, she's not going to peek. She's just going to hold her position here, but Mushroom is able to get the first initial kill with the penetration through the wall using that Odin, but they trade 1-for-1. Brim for Soba.
Man, ANBU, they're just trying to buy whatever weapons they can, balling on a budget. Meanwhile, Mushroom just goes, haha, Odin go brr.
His Odin really does go burn. He's going to be holding showers this entire time, as long as they make sure that, you know, U-Haul is safe. Ah, no, but Brim, he summons all of his smoke to cover. Split the map in half. He gets the initial hit with the operator here. One more, tries to go up the wall bag, doesn't connect here, as they're looking no line of sight. They're going to be setting up the bomb, but this time, Mushroom, he just knows the common spot. He is using this LMG like a beast. He peeks out one more time, no time to reload, but his team cleans up house.
Nice job there. Good rotations out from the Love family as he will actually rotate on through Heaven. Easily picking off those 2 kills. Mushroom, yeah, he dies there, but guess what? He bought another ultimate. Oh, he's good to go yet again. Most importantly, he distracts and makes a lot of noises and just overexposes them.
Yeah.
Great flank and a great retake by MiTH.
Oh boy, it looks like it's going to be... Is this going to be... Yeah, it looks like... someone's purchasing? Everybody's purchasing? Half buying? Yep.
Half buy. Kind of a force at this point, yeah. Looks like to me to be a force. Really, only 1 Phantom. I think maybe 2 people fully kitted here on the side of ANBU, but they need a round desperately.
Yeah, they need to pick off. They really need to pick up some of the key targets here coming in from MiTH, because they've got some solid players holding solid angles.
Boombot will let them. That's not too much information really to give. As of course, they're probably going to be in one of the lobbies, but nonetheless, utility has been used and information has been gained. How long it'll be relevant for, though, is up to the teams. As Nugent still holding this angle now with the operator. One watching showers. Sage just a friendly Sage, a support Sage from behind will now even Owl Drone, the Hellfire now will be used. They're getting the kill on the Mugen. They knew exactly what it was. Either you're running right towards us or you're gonna die in the Hellfire. Through you, but Odin go further. They're gonna be able to get the kill on the 1 now. Mushroom on the 6, daring more people to come on forward as he's gonna back up and just keep on firing that Odin.
Spike planted.
Yep, I mean, he's doing a really good job with these wall bangs. Poo one tap, he finds one. Can he find a second one? As they are 3 on his site. They are coming in through hookah here. B site is compromised.
They faked A. That's not just compromised. The spike is planted. That's impressive stuff there.
Really fast movements. Really fast movements off of 1 orbital strike as well.
3v3 as the Odin will be able to trade 1 cause another. Expecting more in window, and he's completely right. Maybe getting a little bit of damage now. Shock dart to go in, but he's going to need to get very exposed here if he wants to try and stick the defuse. Oh no! Boom bot. The Odin just does not get on time. Who wants to go with the fake? Finds one, dashes over to the other side, threatening to now try and stick this defuse. The wall bang should come through relatively easily, but it's not going to matter. He's not going to have the time. And they do that one. Shy, dope, just making sure that he wasn't going to get too fancy there. Nothing for the highlight reel. They're going to play in the second round of that.
I think ANBU did a really good play there overall. I mean, their macro play, they traded 1 for 1. They made sure that they got the spike onto the right place. Their post-plant situation, however,
This goes here.
I think it could be executed just a little bit better. The positions that they were holding so far too in hookah, especially since they already knew that there was an Odin as well as an operator, not exactly the best place to be standing.
Yeah.
More so that you want to be hiding, you know, places like the cubby initially, but because of that Odin, again, absolutely destroyed, so you're going to be having to look for more wider angles.
I'm surprised we didn't have 1 cubby for the crossfire, set across up from 1 in elbow, maybe in back of B, maybe, and then 1 window, right? Because one of those 3 is 100% going to get smoked. But maybe a little bit of learning for next time. We just do a little spring onion being planted down, sprayed onto the wall. Lots of ultis should be coming out here this round. Oh, look at that. One tap, unable to find it.
Making sure that they jump straight to bait out the shots coming in from Poo one tap. He's making sure that he's hitting his shot. I mean, even the best of us struggle to land against Jiggle Peekers.
Oh yeah, Hunter's Fury now the knife, nearly trying to find 1, but they will at least force back 1. Hunter's Fury on a Hunter's Fury here, trying to go for some wide angles. Wow! They're just dropping their ultis for fun here at this point, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They just nuked hookah with everything they had.
They did. Kasha actually taking quite a bit of a licking out from that one, but 24 HP, still alive, has the knives to use, so can still be quite a force to be reckoned with this round.
Yeah, looks like they're going to be transitioning their way up to A site here. They drop the molly to kind of slow down the push.
30 seconds
everything
left.
That's going on. The Odin is going to continue its suppressing fire towards shower side as they look to try and push into A.
We saw an Odin and U-Haul, they will be able to nuke them down. Rotations, 1 on Heaven. The spike has been planted. Now it's a very backward spike here. It's towards the rear of the site, but a beautiful arrow from behind there. Have to go check now for that Sova. As into U-Haul they go to try and hold. Cypher now dropping the hat is going to be able to get some intel here on the movement. So 3v4, but ANBU they're kind of dug in the U-Haul, but the Odin might be able to try and get them down. Showstopper on Showstopper. Who's going to get it first? Odin actually, he lived somehow. Looks like it actually ended up leading to the building. That's going to mean they're able to invade U-Haul quite easily. Hold down that Odin, close your eyes, run in and pray, and it's going to get the job done, securing them the 10th round of this half. Setting themselves up quite nicely here, Gideon.
I can't. So unlucky.
Yeah,
oh well.
That Showstopper wanted to be a free boy. He didn't want to be stuck in U-Haul for his entire life. He wanted to explore the world and see a little bit of A site before he left Gideon.
Oh man.
But yeah, definitely unlucky. Could have maybe made that hold a little bit easier. Just buying time, right? That's all it is at the end of the day. But here it is, 10-2. ANBU, they're going to need 1 heck of a defense here now on bind if they're going to want to prevent the 2-0 sweep in this best of 2.
Yeah, oh boy. What a rough game this has been for ANBU overall, especially on the attacker side. But now that they're on the defender side, hopefully this thing lightens things up. They did a pretty good job. They see all 3. That was too close for comfort!
That was a close. That was indeed. Yeah, that was a good start though for ANBU, as they will be pick off one. It's the Cypher. So now that opens up some lurking potential, but they're gonna stay put in A for now for ANBU.
Smoke's down.
B side though, taking a lot of hits. They're gonna be able to scout maybe 1, 2. Yats the utility coming through. So now the rotation from A, not yet coming. Finally, they're gonna make the call. New Gen on top though of that box is gonna be able to clean up. As MiTH claim the site, a 2v2 retake here on the pistol round. Not a lot of utility left though.
Yeah, not a lot of utility, but that slow rotation coming in from ANBU's members. I guess they were expecting it to be a little bit of a fake coming in from MiTH, but this is the pistol round, and I'm pretty sure Cypher would have been able to hold his ground by himself. So I don't know. Maybe
one
a
in
bit
elbow.
of a
New Gen. He's going to be picked off now with the classic. A 1v2 scenario, and 6 is able to finish it off. And go ahead and get that defuse.
Hopefully the tides have changed for 6. He's been absolutely bogged down by operators and Odin's the entirety of the attacker side. Now that he's on the defender side, maybe his luck will change.
Man, all the guns with O's, they're just so strong. Odin, operator.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm realizing the trend here. I'm realizing the trend that when we get another weapon that decides to be added to the game, hopefully it starts with O2.
You know what's terrible is that whenever I use these weapons, my O gets squished a little bit, and it gets pulled, and it's more of like a 0 in terms of my kills.
Oh, that's what we call OP these days, you know?
OP, 0, okay, 0 kills and 20 deaths. That's me. That's what happens when I use the Odin. But not here at all has been the case thus far on defense for Mushroom.
Oh, a very cheeky camera here coming in from MiTH's side. Sorry, from ANBU's side here, right above showers, just so that if anybody does walk through, they can have clear vision. They have clear vision of what's going on.
Isolate the jet, and they're able to turn, swing wide. Boom Barappa though returning the favor now with the short. He's gonna get 2 indeed, and now 6 is at least able to make it a trade. So it's a 2 for 2, 3-on-3 action now. But A is gonna be held. They are rotating very quickly through heaven. One as well through that A short here. Let's see what can they get done now, Gideon.
They're actually trapped! They're trapped and they have no choice, and now they walk into Shido here!
That was beautiful. Great spray control, and again, just the ideal scenario there.
Full buy coming into this game is already going to be so strong, especially this early on. And I mean, MiTH, they want to be able to end this game as quickly as possible. Two more will set them in the forefront to win it altogether. But ANBU still pushing back though. I do like some of the strategies that they are pulling up. However, I do think when it comes down to just pure raw aiming, I mean, Pooh one tap, he's been crushing it this game.
Definitely. Oh wow, that's a very early Brimstone ulti already, but now they're taking control. Nice job there, the spray. They're gonna spray him right back though. Pooh one tap on the attacker side, spraying through all of that smoke. We'll find the raise on A heaven. Shot start now being tossed out, but he's gonna be... he brought a bow to a gunfight there, and New Gen is able to punish him. The site has been taken. That's a pretty hard retake here. 3v5. We have 6 lurking around here through showers.
Prepare for hellfire.
Unfortunately, oh no, another orbital strike coming down from the enemy Brimstone here as they gotta make their way out of that area as they slowly push on with the site.
Wow, nice use of the depth pack as we switch on over on board now with Shido. He's trying to dispatch of 1. He's got the molly for the area of denial now, looking for perhaps some smokes to just really close the gap. But 6 with the spray into the farm. He's gonna find 2, the Love family with 3, but it's gonna be MiTH overall with the superior control there. Securing the round.
Yeah, they really know how to slow down and push. Every single time they actually start making this play, they drop down the molly, they drop down the smokes, they layer it nicely so that they're always making their opponents hesitate. They don't just drop it all at the same time. And as long as they keep this up, I think MiTH has basically got this game in the bag.
This is a very risky call, I believe, from ANBU. Obviously, they don't want to put themselves in a position like they did on Split where you have to play for the tie, but at this point, it's really this one or nothing. They're only gonna, if they lose this round, and it's kind of a half buy, not full utility, I think is going to be available. They're not going to have any money left for the next round. And MiTH are going to be in a great position after that 2-round win bonus. So we'll see what they can get going for them here, as this could be very well the one to decide a Gideon.
Yep. Poo one tap. His op so far has been absolutely disgusting here.
Nice job, though. They're trying to bait him window because they're going to be coming through A garden, A long. We'll see if they want to make the call instead to go over to the port. I doubt it, though. Still people holding A. Cypher left in A, as there goes the smoke screens being summoned.
They haven't rotated just yet, and I mean, yeah, they are making, they are trying to bait this out, and they even have made sure that Cypher is walking through up in towards Hookah just to kind of get some intel with this, and this Owl should be able to spot him out, I think. Nope, he pulls back. He doesn't want to get spotted out by it.
Now in they go. Lots of smokes being used. That final smoke, so they really have to go for an all-in here, but it's so difficult for ANBU as they have now traded 1-for-1. As much to room. We've got the stim shooting extra fast here. Can he actually pick anyone up? As there's one in elbow. Very hard angle to hold.
30 seconds left.
That is why Shido able to pick up one. Tony Banks is going to get another. MiTH, they are falling one by one here. And still, they've yet to really breach the defense that ANBU have thrown up.
Yeah, but the spike is all out in the open here. I'm not entirely sure what they could do at this point to get it back, but I guess they have to just kind of leave this round as it is.
10 seconds left.
We'll see what they end up deciding, but I think overall it's going to be ANBU extremely happy with the call here to half buy, which is forced, right? We've got a Bulldog here that they ended up using for a kill. They can now try and swap it, but be careful for the exit frag. So it's going to be very important here. He's going to reveal himself. He's going to hit the wall, though, onto the Love family. Well, nice job there. Great flick, great reaction.
Yep. Great plays, great reactions so far, and I mean, it's a tough game overall. Their compositions are looking pretty much exactly the same. I don't expect a bit wrongly, but overall, just the Brimstone plays and the counter alts coming in from both sides, just very aggressive and honestly very bold.
I kind of like it, though, using him as more of an initiator. Surprising, as, you know, if you look in other regions, it's mostly been the Breaches filling that role, but pardon me, I think having those 3 smokes has really been the difference maker for them, especially on a map like this, where you can have operators just hold these very annoying angles, Jets as well, pushing in just weird places, looking for an early pick here into the round, but again, ANBU playing it patiently here, on board with Boom Barappa, seeing what he can find here. Is he going to take a defensive position, ready to drop the smokes? It looks like they're going to try maybe for an A short push. There's the cameras in the showers there. Smokes will now drop 6 and Jet here in good company as Kaj able to open up the round with 2-1. Down goes Booper up. I thought he'd hide another one here. Trying to be forced back. Smokes will drop not on it to go into U-Haul as 6 on the way out. Picks up another kill through the smoke. A good round again from ANBU, but it's not quite over yet as Raffel rotating from behind. They have gotten one now. Tony Banks in showers here. Still a bit of a problem, but Nugent is going to be able to turn, swing wide, and slam the door shut there on his counterpart.
Yeah, Nugent is holding on to his ground so far right now.
30
but now
seconds
he's going to quickly go over to B side. Brimstone coming through gardens. We'll be able to see both of them jumping out from Hookah's side.
That's exactly right. We still have one, I believe, in Garden, and there we go. Shido will show himself. It's going to be up to 1. MiTH. They might lose now their 3rd round in a row here. ANBU in a very good position here. 13 seconds left in the round. Spike has
10
been
seconds
dropped,
left.
and it looks like now we're already picking up weapons for the next round.
And this is how the game is supposed to be played. Nice and slow, nice and methodical, making sure that you're tactically taking out your opponents overall. But I have to admit, ANBU is doing a really good job. You're doing a really good job overall, just keeping MiTH back. And even though MiTH is playing a little bit more of a chaotic style, dropping in the smokes, blocking off that vision, and then going in as a team, locking those angles very close right in front of A short there. It looks like they're gonna try it again. No, the pings are coming up from ANBU's side.
The double operator as well for ANBU. They're really looking to dig themselves in. I like the call, a bit risky though, as if they were to lose a round here, that again would be the match after expending so many credits. They had a really good economy going into this round, but decided to full buyout yet again.
I mean, if they win this, at least they'll be able to kind of continue playing on with full buys for the next couple or so rounds.
Exactly. MiTH are going to be forced at some point to go for a half buy or just an eco to try and swing it back into their favor. They need this 12th round to at least give themselves a chance for a tiebreaker, as Kaja not able to find a pick there with the operator into the mid lane. Raffle instead getting the one onto one tap. A fantastic start, Gideon.
Oh, Bomb Body going to be used to actually slow down the assault coming in, as Sova can't really do anything about this. He's still holding the spike, which is really, really frustrating because he doesn't ever really want to start the entry frag.
No. will be rotating on through. Smoke's being dropped. Boombarappa now in sight here next to the truck. U-Haul not being consumed or not being attacked quite yet, but the shower's entrance and exit is going to be secured. No one lurking around either quite yet. Jet still holding in B. They're not quite sure if this is a fake or not. You can see actually the ANBU Brim is heading right back over to that B site, but now, oh my goodness, a fantastic Hunter's Fury there. He's going to tag 2 with the first arrow, pick off the second kill with the
30
third.
seconds left.
Love Family, though, will strike right back with that operator, finding the raise. 25 seconds remaining, however, for ANBU to continue trying to hold this one down, slow the push, and the spike has been dropped.
Huge, big Hunter's Fury here. And we also have to remember that Brimstone also has his ultimate as well. And the same goes for Jet. Jet doesn't really have to do anything for now, but that's going to be Brimstone and followed up by Tony Banks as well. Jet fights 2 for himself to even this up. It's a 2v1 situation. 3 seconds on the clock, and it doesn't look like he's going to make it in time.
Nope.
Defenders win.
That's a great round from ANBU, especially getting that full wipe there. You can see the victory was due to the timer, but had it gone for an extra second, it would have been because of the team wipe regardless. But most importantly, this is going to put the economy of MiTH into a bit of a weird situation.
Oof. I mean, it's been good so far, and I think they're going to continue doing well here, because now the economy is definitely significantly evened out. It wasn't so lopsided as before. They've kind of come back into this game, but the question is, can they force a buy out of MiTH?
They are going to go for a half buy. Looks like SMGs and Shotties is going to be the call for MiTH. As like I said, they need to get an eco round. They need some sort of...
He initially got hit. I mean, he got hit by a couple of kunais there, so...
Bomb Buddy is able to get the kill on the Kaj. The knife is actually quite rough to land there, as Hellfire will be landed, as well as the Hunter's Fury now looking and searching for any ANBU members hiding in very specific spots. And he's not going to get any. Cypher now ulti being utilized. Lots of ultis. There's going to be the showstopper looking to try and get to the back of sight. Oh, they're not able to find anything with that rocket, though. Lined up perfectly on the Reddit door on the enemy raise, going on through with the Bucky, missing the first shot, and they will be punished then. Raphael now with the operator back in hand. Pike has been planted as MiTH just running around here at the speed of sound. It's a full rush tactic here. Chaos all over the place, really, as the retake not going too well. Raphael, in fact, picking off 2. It's down to a 2v1. MiTH on this Sova. Can he get the job done here? It's not looking too great for him. Is 6 now ready to peek. He looks away, looks back over again. Look back up the wrong area. He's going to be able to get to click right on back with the rifle. He's got that advantage, and it's going to be ANBU again, closing the gap, 11-8.
Oh, they're getting. This is becoming a much closer game than they initially anticipated, especially for the members of MiTH. They're starting to sweat right now because their economy is getting really hurt, and now they're going to be going off for full buys this time round. They need to win this. They need to end this now before the momentum starts pushing ANBU even further forward.
I definitely agree with you. Momentum, very, very big thing here, especially in Valorant, any tactical shooter. However, they still, because they did so well on the defense, they still have a little bit of time. They really can lose this buy round and maybe one more and still not actually lose.
Okay, that's a really good point here, but now once again on B side you can see MiTH still not going for the natural default. They are looking to hustle their way in through Hookah and as well. Gardens! Oh, nice job. First initial trade, but that's not all. They're going to continue on. Find New Gen gets the penetration onto Kaja, so they finally trade 1-for-1. The impact,
Yep, Grishok, not Grishok, Brim using the ulti, able to wall down 2 as well. MiTH rotating on through. 4 heroes, 4 agents versus the 2 now. As the spike will be planted. ANBU, this one's not looking too good for them here. The full buy from MiTH could just secure them at least the tie here, or force the tiebreaker rather, if not.
One
match point now. Boombarappa, there we go. A clean hold. That's the round MiTH needed. ANBU, their economy's looking good though, so they can afford to full buy for quite a bit.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a very crucial round for MiTH. At least now they kind of slow down that momentum. Even though ANBU can reset fully and go for that full buy, if this goes on, MiTH is going to be able to take this game away with no problems whatsoever. ANBU, on the other hand, they are put in a pinch.
They really are here, as you can see, requesting the Phantom, as they will be able to full buy at least once, and you know, if they don't win this round, it's not going to matter anyway. So it's going to be full buys for them, or force, whatever they can get. If for the rest of the game.
They're doing it again. MiTH every single time does this setup, except they always change. They slightly change the variation of the order of abilities that they use first. But so far, ANBU are getting very accustomed to it, and we saw previously when the roles were flipped that the moment they kind of figure out what your pattern is, they adapt very quickly to it.
It's not really what ANBU's looking for, though, especially there on that jet. You're looking for, with the SMG, you're looking for a very close and personal engagement here. Oh, you got the knives at the very least, so maybe you can make some use of that as Smoke's going down. Nice job using the cluster nade there, nearly nuking down Kaja. No one quite yet pushing through that smoke, still just waiting and loitering in the garden as the two lurkers might be sparring off quite soon here in A. It's actually two lurkers. No, they're going to take the port. They're going to take the port, but it's a fake Gideon.
I like this idea. I definitely like this idea, but I don't know who. Six gets the initial headshot onto the Love family here as the rest of MiTH rotates towards B side here. I don't think ANBU is biting on the bait.
No, I don't think so either. They're still holding, and Nugent not going to be too happy to see the Sova still with knives ready to be used. Be careful on your left. Oh my goodness. Shy Dope spraying on through, drops the smoke immediately after as they will now cross. Walking on through, he's going to get absolutely murdered, but Kaja with knives out. He's going to die the plant. Going to get a second kill. Tony Banks now is going to be able to get the job done as ANBU. Not only are they going to get the round, but they pick up an operator. More eco damage done. Still playing for the tie here, but a great job there.
Oh, can they pull this into overtime? Can they get these tiebreakers down already? ANBU, so much momentum going in with them.
I gotta say, they great job and good read by MiTH not to take that bait. Sorry, by ANBU not to take the bait, but they still using the teleporter. I think was enough, especially after getting the kill onto the Cypher. Maybe was enough to at least incentivize them keeping a second member there in the site.
Yeah.
So you know, it still ended up probably giving a slight edge over to MiTH. They weren't able to convert, but I think still the teleporter play could have gone a little bit differently had some shots landed.
I mean, for sure, of course, but there's also, you know, the small misplays coming in, not waiting for the brimstone smoke to fully, completely come down before poking out. That's definitely a mistake that, you know, deserves to be punished overall. But I mean, the rest of the team getting hit by the knives, the continuous kills, and as well as Tony Banks as well to finish that round off, not an easy way to win.
No, definitely not. And now this one hanging the balance here. It's both sides with a full buy. They both know that everyone's got enough money here. ANBU with plenty of weapons, utility, as it will be another chance to go here as the operator shot will miss. Kaja dropping a smoke now in return, hopping up to the box. They will know he's probably here. Don't know how many spots a jet would jump up to around there. Anyway, Boom Barappa now going to force the rotations after killing the jet on board now with Shy Dope. He's going to use the ulti, forcing them back, buying some time here. But it's still going to be a 5v3, not exactly the easiest holds here.
30 seconds left.
Oh wait, they notice him. Yep, Cypher is going to be able to take out his counterpart here as the rest of the team looking to push into A. And ANBU slow on that rotation because of the way the map works. No teleporter to help them out. They've got the bomb down, and now it is a post-plant situation to hold.
A 2v4 here. We do have one very low, but where is the teammate coming through? Looks like one about to swing over through heaven, see who you can find, but everyone playing super defensively. MiTH, they know they only need one. It doesn't matter how many people die, they just need one, Gideon. Can they get it done? As a showstopper now into U-Haul, trying to find at least one. Checking the corner, as down he goes onto the enemy, nearly kills himself with it. The bomb continuing to tip away now. It's going to be a... Oh no, they both swing. It's going to be the double peak, and MiTH taking the win. 13-9 and a 2-0 overall.
Ooh, what a great game coming into this, especially on a map like mine here. I think we definitely saw some really interesting plays overall. The lurkers definitely playing a large part in this game, but two very separate styles and two separate attacking methods.
This was a lot of fun to watch as well, just based on the fact that it was a mirror matchup. We frequently had Cyphers brawling in A. The duels, I gotta say, though, ending up more often than not in the favor of MiTH. I think that's a real big difference maker between these two, you know? Not to call it a single player, but I think it's hard to ignore the impact that a lurker can have.
Yeah, it really does. And not to mention, you know, I've noticed this very quickly that MiTH likes to kind of play towards a certain style. Not even style. I feel like it's a habit, but it's a little too soon to call it a habit. They like to kind of do the same things over and over again and see how how the enemy adapts, kind of like prod them with a cow poker at this point, just to kind of see what kind of reaction they get out of them, and then immediately after, if they aren't stopped, they just keep doing it again and again and again.
I gotta say as well, Kaja not having really that great of a map either. 7-17-1. The only reason I point that out is because usually he's on the other end of that leaderboard, isn't he?
Yeah.
So just Bind, not really a strong map, or maybe just having a bad time this time.
Arguably, I think he just got out-opt by Poo One Tap here. I think both of them, both getting operators and trying to make the biggest play for their teams, really struggling because he was able to get a couple of free kills, and as well as just stragglers who are a little late on that rotation. But when it came down to that 1v1, he wasn't able to win that gunfight.
Yeah, I think that's just, of course, I think it has something to do with the map, though. I'm going to push back on that because Bind doesn't really have that long range like you have got on Haven.
Yep.
Like you've got even on Split in those two specific areas, right?
True.
So maybe that's something for teams to try and take advantage of here versus Faja and the team. But we're going to let our analysts break that one down. Gideon and SeekNStrike here on the call. We'll be back for our next series. But first, over to our analysts.